All right, so the dog is asleep. His mouth is on one of the legs of the tripod. So let's hope that he doesn't wake up. PAO1, parallel and perpendicular lines. So this will be probably the shortest video of the cluster, right? So when we talk about parallel and perpendicular lines, there's really two things that I want to talk about. One, what do they look like in regards to mathematical precision on the coordinate plane, right? So here I have labeled, oh no, he's awake. Right now, no, you can't have that. Okay, we're talking about two pairs of parallel lines when we talk about a quadrilateral. In this case, it's a rectangle. Now I've labeled them as such. So you want to understand one mathematical truth, right? So parallel lines have the same slope. Parallel lines, I didn't spell that right. Same slope. Perpendicular lines, okay? Perpendicular lines. See what happens here? Hey, can you get down? Thank you. It's no good. Perpendicular lines, the product of their slopes must equal to -1. Okay? So when we talk about right angles, we're looking for perpendicular lines, and it's easy to calculate these things because of that fact, right? Now, parallel and perpendicular lines, the second thing we want to talk about is when I give you equations and I'm looking for lines that are parallel to that equation or lines that are perpendicular to that equation. So for example, this line here, y equals -3x plus 7, I want to find a parallel line that goes through this point and is certainly parallel to that. So clearly you know that the slope has to be the same. But what is the y-intercept? Now the way that I like to work this out is not using point slope formula, even though you could. I'm going to just go ahead and substitute these two values into the equation and solve for b, which would be the y-intercept. So y, as in -3, equals -3 times the quantity of, don't bark at me, 12 plus b. Now, when I simplify that, I get -3 equals -36 plus b. Adding 36 to both sides, and I'm going to get b equals 33. When I put that back in my equation, I get y equals -3x plus 33. You're so bad. You're such a bad boy. Okay? Now that's the parallel line to this. I could easily erase all this nonsense and ask you for perpendicular as well. Okay? Going through the same point, it'll still work the same way. Okay? So clearly, again, I know that the perpendicular slopes, the product of them is -1. So it's just a negative reciprocal. Here in my mouth, gross. Okay, so it'll be a y equals 1/3 x something. Again, I'm just going to plug in the values, right? So again, I'll have -3 equals, why are you insane? I don't understand. 12 plus b, -3 is going to equal 4 plus b, subtracting 4 on both sides will give me -7 equals b. So the equation of the perpendicular line to this going through that point will be y equals 1/3 x minus 7. Okay, now Desmos is going to be helpful here, and that will certainly provide you with a little bit more insight on what you are being asked to do. Is it shorter? Oh! It wasn't shorter because the dog decided to be bad boy. See you later.